Hi folks, thanks for checking out my shiny new YouTube channel. To start this introduction, I figure I'll give you a quick little bio of who I am and the sorts of things that I do. I'm one of those experimenter, auto mechanic, machinist, metal caster, engineer, electronics tinkerer type of people. I'm always building something. And oddly enough, I've always had this weird obsession with alternate energy and building things out of junk. And so basically, what this channel's about is me sharing that. I think I was watching Cody's Lab, or could have been Applied Science. It was probably Cody's Lab, though, anyway. And yeah, it dawned on me that, wait a minute, I'm doing cool stuff, and I could start a YouTube channel, too. That would kind of be fun. You know, when people come by the shop, I really enjoy explaining to them what I'm doing. They always make the mistake of, well, so what have you been up to? well, I've been up with building this thing, and oddly enough, for a while, I thought they were just being nice to me by listening to my ramblings, and then I kind of went, wait a minute, no, they're actually interested in what I'm doing. So that kind of gave me the clue that maybe I could start a YouTube channel, and maybe you folks out there would find what I'm doing either useful or intriguing or inspiring, might make you want to try and do similar things on your own. And so there we go. I started a YouTube channel, and of course, I've never shot video before. I've never edited audio before. I didn't even have a camera or any software. And so, yeah, this has been like one of those really steep learning curves. But I'm finally getting to where I can sort of get things to work the way I want it to most of the time. And so here it is. This is my YouTube channel. And you're going to find all kinds of crazy stuff here. And as an introduction, I'll just show you a few of my past/current projects so that you can see what you can expect to find here. And hopefully it intrigues you enough that you'll subscribe and come back and see what I'm building next week. Okay, without further ado, let me introduce you to a few of my projects. This first one is this little blue electric truck. It didn't start out life as an electric truck. It started out as a gas-powered truck. I converted it into a full battery electric. Let's see, here's a picture of the batteries under the hood. There's also 13 batteries under the bed. Here's a picture of the motor. And then this other picture, I actually built another electric truck for a friend of mine, and this is the motor install on that truck. And so I'm not going to go into any real detail on this. That's what future videos are for. This next picture is a picture of my homemade lathe. My homemade metal cutting lathe. This is actually based on the old Gingery lathe. If you remember, David Gingery wrote this whole series about creating a machine shop from scrap. Well, of course, at the time I was dead broke, so I found those books, and that's when I started casting aluminum and building my machine shop, or at least part of it. Anyway, so this lathe is actually based on his design, but there were a lot of things in his design I didn't like, so it's a highly modified Gingery lathe. I mean, the bed is a piece of railroad track, and I changed the size from being, I think his was a 6-inch lathe, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time. Anyway, so this one's actually about a 10.5-inch lathe. I jacked up the headstock, and I changed some dimensions to kind of turn it into what I really wanted it to be. And it worked really well. I've since upgraded to an Atlas, an old 10-inch Atlas. But yeah, it was a fun project. So, and you'll get to see some parts turned on it, at least pictures of parts being turned on it here in a sec. Naturally, no introduction would be complete without a picture of the furnace in the backyard. Here it's cooling down actually after casting some iron parts for another little project. These two pictures are of the iron parts. There were actually 6 parts in total, but this is just 2 of them. And then here is a picture of those parts being machined on the Gingery lathe. And yeah, on a faceplate, man, talk about old school. We're talking 1880 technology here. But either way, it did the job. It was just took a lot of patience anyway. And that led to the creation of the refrigerant vapor engine. Okay, folks, here it is, the refrigerant vapor engine, or and its scientific name is more like an organic Rankine cycle engine. And basically it's a steam engine, but instead of using water to produce the steam, it uses a refrigerant like Freon or methylene chloride or, something that has a low boiling point and basically a lower latent heat of vaporization than water. At least that's the idea. This started out life as an automotive air conditioning compressor. And I found it actually laying in the mud behind a house that I moved into a long time ago. I tore it down to see how it worked, and then it became this other project. And so here it is. And remember I said in the beginning of the intro, I was talking about building stuff out of junk? Well, this is the kind of thing I do. I take something that was literally laying in the mud and was considered trash by everybody, and now it's an engine. It's so cool though. Look at that, it works. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really curious to get it on the dyno and see how much power it makes the way it is right now. It'll be fun. It'd be a lot of work for me. It'll be fun for you guys. You guys get to see me screw stuff up. Oh. No wonder it doesn't want to run. Got to turn on the damn air. See, I screw stuff up. I can screw stuff up with the best of them. I think that's a better shot, don't you? All right, let's try this again. Whoa! So what's the plan for this little beast? I really didn't just build this to show off on YouTube and go, oh wow, I can turn a piece of junk into something that does something. My actual plan is to generate electricity with this. And so this is going to actually be connected to a concentrating solar collector, so a parabolic trough collector like this one in the picture. And this is just a little model I made. The real one's going to be much larger. And I haven't even started building that yet. So there's going to be a lot of videos about the building of that. There'll be more videos about the machining of the insides of this little engine. And I'll be converting some other air conditioning compressors over to engines too. I've also got some stuff, some little bitty turbine stuff coming up, like in these pictures here. So I've got a lot of stuff planned for this channel. And basically, I'm trying to do something useful. This little engine's actually supposed to be used to turn a generator to power my swamp cooler next summer. That's the plan. We'll see if I actually get there. And then I'll put a bigger solar collector on it so it can collect more energy. And then that'll be used to charge the electric truck. So that's where that's going. And basically, at this point, I've given you a little taste of what I do on this channel, and it's going to evolve over time. I mean, I know it's not, the projects I'm going to be doing are widely varied. It could be electronic stuff, it could be some car repair stuff, it could be any number of things. And so anyway, I would like to humbly ask you to subscribe at this point, even though you haven't seen lots of my content, because on the off chance that the YouTube algorithm has actually shown you this channel, if you click on it and click away and then go back and go, gee, what was that channel? You might never find it again. And if you subscribe now and then you don't like what I do in the future, it's easy. You can unsubscribe. That's fine. I don't want to waste your time. If I'm doing stuff you're interested in, great. If not, then, well, there's lots of other stuff on YouTube to watch. And who knows, maybe I'll get more interesting in the future. I don't know. Anyway, so with that, I'm signing off. And y'all have a great day. I hope COVID isn't hurting your lives too bad. And hopefully things will get better before they get worse again. And I will see you in the next video. Oh, which reminds me, the next video is going to be building a tabletop dynamometer. So tune in for that tabletop dynamometer video. Basically, I'll do some classroom work on what horsepower is, how to figure it out. I know lots of other people have done that too, but I've got a little bit of a unique take on it, and it might make more sense to you than the way other people have explained it. And so, yeah, look for that. And that'll be coming up. It'll be a series because I'm not going to be able to cram all that into like one video. And so there'll be the machining and the design and all of that stuff for the tabletop dynamometer. It should be interesting because I'm going to be using a used swamp cooler motor as the dyno brake. And so hopefully that whets your appetite for something bizarre that hopefully will work. Anyway, you all have an awesome day. I'll talk to you later. Till then, may everything in your life be wonderful. Bye-bye.